One day, scientists come up with a very strange project. Imagine, 100 babies are born, but they grow up without hearing any human voice, without communicating with anyone. No one talks to them. No one teaches them any language. No music. No story. No word at all. And the big question is this. When these 100 babies grow up, which language would they speak? Or even, would they be able to speak at all? This question has been wondered by humanity for centuries. A question that left marks on the history of philosophy, psychology, and linguistics. Now let's solve this mystery together. People have always wondered, is language an ability we are born with? Or do we learn it only by hearing and imitating others? This curiosity was so strong that ancient rulers attempted dangerous experiments trying to answer it. Let's go deep into history. About 2,600 years ago, the Egyptian pharaoh Psammetichos wanted to discover the oldest language in the world. According to him, if babies heard no words after birth, the natural human language would appear by itself. So he sent two babies to a shepherd, and he gave one strict order. Speaking to them was forbidden. The shepherd would only silently feed them, nothing more. Years passed, and one day, the first sound that came from the children's mouths was this: Bakos. The pharaoh heard that this word meant bread in the Phrygian language, and he immediately decided the oldest language in the world was Phrygian. Of course, this was not a scientific conclusion. The babies had simply made a random sound. But this story showed us something very important. A child who does not hear sound cannot develop language. Centuries passed. This time, the Swedish King Frederick II followed the same question. He believed that the natural language of humans was the language of God. More children were locked away in a special place. Speaking to them, even approaching them, was forbidden. But the result was much more tragic. Many of the children who received no love, no communication, no human touch, could not survive. This experiment showed us that we need communication not only to speak, but even to live. Modern science, however, gives a clear answer. A baby's brain has a mechanism ready to learn language. But attention, language is not innate. We learn language by hearing it, by imitating, by receiving responses, by love and communication. If a child does not hear human voices, they cannot learn words, cannot form sentences, cannot develop grammar. But now let's think. These 100 babies, they hear no human voice, they speak to no one, they learn no word, no music, no books, no stories, nothing. When these children grow up, which language would they speak? The answer is very clear. They would not speak any language. Because language is a system that must be learned. A person who hears no words cannot create words. Not Turkish, not English, not Arabic, not a natural or secret language either. Only crying, shouting, random sounds, and gestures, facial expressions. Completely primitive communication. Language is a social structure. It is not created by one person, but by society. Even if a few children were in that room together, they might create some sounds among themselves. But this would never be a real language, because words, rules, tenses, grammar, all of them are the collective creation of millions of people. This topic teaches us a very important truth. A human cannot learn language without hearing, feeling, and communicating. For language to exist, love is needed, communication is needed, response is needed, an environment is needed. A human cannot create language alone. So in the end, if 100 babies were locked in a room and raised there, they would not speak any language. And this topic gives us a deeply human message. Just growing up is not enough to be human. To be human, we need each other.